Hey everybody, welcome to On a Roll. I am Zach.
I'm Cami.
I'm Noah.
I'm Nick.
And this is our film-centric episode for the month. But we're going to start off with something a little different. You'll see what it comes to later. But Nick, I'm going to need some words from you.
What kind of words?
Well, you're about to find out.
Long words? Short
Possibly.
words?
Whatever you
Complex
want.
words?
It's all up to you.
Compound words.
All right. So, Nick,
Prepositions.
I need a greeting.
A greeting? How about Cheerio?
No.
I don't know how to spell that.
Like the
Like
cereal.
cereal.
I literally put cherry and then O.
Delicious.
All right. So, I need article of clothing.
A lapel.
Is that
No.
It's part of the part.
yeah? Isn't that just
I
a
was
part
gonna
of
say
it?
a duster.
Adjective.
Adjective.
Why did we give this to him?
I'm thinking of some good ones, okay? Gotta open up my dictionary.
Your vocabulary. Think very carefully about the diction that you use here.
Salty.
Place.
Place. Acapulco.
I don't know how to spell that.
So we're learning two things.
All right. Oh, here we go. Okay. This is not my first language. Cool place.
Like a cool place?
As opposed to a regular place, I think.
Wait,
a
what?
cool,
As in, you would like to go there because
Like Mr.
it is an
Freeze cool?
interesting place to be.
Oh.
Freeze what?
like inside of Nicolas Cage's left ear.
That's going to be a long one. Inside of Nick Cage's left ear. Food.
Food? Anchovies.
Oh,
Disgusting.
I bet that's his favorite topping. Nick Cage.
What's wrong with you? Oh, don't worry. Oh, you know what? Okay. Violent act.
A violent. A hard slap.
Oh, a firm,
With two hards.
firm slap.
A viscous slap.
Disgusting. I
Oh
was gonna say
my.
defenestration.
The name of someone in the room.
Lizzie.
You can't see her, but she's always there.
She's always present. She's ever present. Exclamation.
Exclamation mark.
That's not an exclamation.
No,
I'm
he's
sorry to
the
say.
word exclamation.
Okay.
Exclamation mark! This is already a rip-roaring good time.
It'll amount to something. I don't know if it's going to be good, but it's going to be something. Another adjective, Nick.
Sweaty.
Now his unconscious mind's
Yeah, it's kicking in. Okay.
Oh, there are more?
Object.
Object. Bowling pin.
It's a good one.
Just one.
I'll drink your... Violent act.
A nipple twister.
Aw.
Twist the nipples. They are the worst.
This is taking a turn. Another object.
Simple monkey.
A butter knife.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry if you can't read my handwriting.
I have terrible handwriting.
Person two's
Most
name.
people.
Oh,
Oh, it's Candy.
I'm person two.
Yeah.
You don't get to
He
fill in
has a
that one.
name,
I'm
I think.
sorry. Another exclamation. I don't know how to talk to you.
Wow.
Gee golly!
Nickname? Oh, like an actual nickname?
Or like Nick's name.
What's
Nick's
your
name.
favorite nickname?
Ooh.
Nick.
The nose.
What is my favorite nickname? Easy Rider.
This is
Were
gonna
you
go
given that
horribly
nickname
wrong.
before?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Do I look like an Easy Rider?
It's not finished.
Okay. Name of a room.
The Room.
Ooh.
That's a.
I'm sure
Oh,
that
man.
sentence is gonna make complete sense.
Yeah. I like this. Mean name.
Nick.
Oh.
Oh no, it should be Noah.
Do you want it to be Noah?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty mean.
Oh no, it should be Rachel. Just a third time.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Just have it all three of them. Nick, Noah, Rachel,
Nick, Noah,
Sarah.
Rachel. That's 4. Noah.
What?
Nothing. Food.
Couscous.
I knew giving this to you would be the right idea. All right. A third exclamation.
G Willikers.
There's definitely a G in G Willikers, but that's okay. Violent action.
A harsh stare.
This is going to be
We
interesting.
like the climax of the story. A harsh stare.
Weapon.
Weapon. A blue-footed booby.
What?
Oh, it's a bird.
It's a bird.
Bird.
It's a weapon. Wait.
Wait, that's a weapon?
Say that again.
Does it just stay stock still as you hit someone with it?
It's a real
Straight
thing.
up. All right.
Yep.
Picture like the Flintstones, how they just use the dinosaurs
Violent
as like
act.
utensils.
Another one.
This is the 4th violent act.
Who wrote this?
Yes.
You pinch someone's nose. That's the most violent act I can think of.
Yeah, when it comes to you. Yeah.
Yes.
What an insult.
I'm like a shark. You hit my nose. I have to like
You got to.
You're like, where am I?
Company name.
Dell.
Oh,
Adele.
you say Whalen Utah.
Country.
Ooh, Bismarck.
This is really long.
Exclamation. Yeah, this is taking way longer than I thought it would.
And another exclamation.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Yes. That one.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm phoning a friend here. No, I need some help.
Noah's just hoping that he gets to say that.
I just
All
want
right.
it to be over.
We'll see what that. I don't know how that's going to be, but we'll see. Okay, so on to the actual topic of the day. Production.
That was the
It's
start
been
of
a
the
while.
show.
It was the start of the show.
How long
yes.
was that, Corey?
7 minutes? 8 minutes?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's good. It's a lot of build-up, okay?
Okay.
All
It'll be worth it.
Stop focusing on that, Noah. We're moving on to the next topic, which is
Can't believe this.
production. More specifically, the phone challenges that we did, and just how that went. So, to give a little context, let's just go down the line and say like what we actually did for our phone projects, because I think that will help people. when we're talking
Cammie,
about
how
them.
about you explain what the phone project was
Sure. So Mark Duplass challenged cinema studies.
of the Duplass brothers?
Yes, sorry. Challenged some of us to make a short film with cell phones only. And it was kind of cool to challenge ourselves because we're learning all these new fancy equipment and then to kind of step back to cell phones. But I did it
Literally
for...
throw away all of that.
Yeah.
And not do that.
School doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Budget doesn't matter. I did it for a film history class. I think you guys had it for a different class.
We had it
We
for
had it for
theory.
Theory.
And we had
Me
it
and
for
Noah had
both.
it for both, yeah.
All right. Yeah, so do you want me to talk about what
Yeah, go for
mine
it. yeah.
was? So I was partnered with Rachel Saracen, and we did the story of a girl who was a receptionist. She's bored at work and realized that she's obsessed with giraffes and wants to purchase a giraffe, and she does. So
It's a shocking
It's a
ending.
happy
Yeah.
It's a
story.
shocking
yeah.
twist, yeah. It ends much happier than ours. Yeah.
yeah.
Nick, what was
Well,
yours about?
for our
Oh,
theory
no.
class, we had like instructions that we had to
Oh, yeah.
connect our film to like a topic we covered. So of course, we chose trash cinema, and
'Cause look at you.
I got stripes. All right,
It's classy.
it's
Did you
classic.
earn them?
I did not.
Imposter.
But so we basically just did like We took basically the Evil Dead movie and turned it into evil ramen. So instead of reading a book that then has possession happen, we read the ingredients to the ramen, and I become possessed. And Lydia gets to slap me across the face, and then we stomp on the ramen and say we should have ordered pizza.
And you got to wear eye makeup.
I did get away
which
with
I
it,
think
fantastic.
you glossed over heavily. That is the highlight.
which
of
is
the movie.
really sad because I was used to Lizzie's sister, who applied the makeup for
Oh,
your
yeah,
cowboy
it's
movie. So I was
very
like,
different.
oh, she's really good. And then Lydia literally takes the brush and is just jamming me in the
She
eye.
was a face.
And she's like, stop moving. I'm like, you're literally stabbing me in the eye with this
I'm
brush.
blind.
And she's like, stop moving. So definitely different
Highlight.
experiences.
I mean, it was back to basics, right? I guess that would be more basic than having someone who actually knows what they're doing do the makeup. So
Sure.
that's something.
I think Lydia was just taking her anger out on me for the past year and a half.
She's like, why am I here?
Fair enough. We pretty much just make fun of her, so I think it's fitting.
That's true. Would you care to explain ours?
No,
Okay, I'll do it. No, I guess it was technically my idea.
it
Anyway.
was.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. So me and Noah figured that because
Mostly
the
Zach.
phone offers less kind of stability when you're shooting with it, especially if you're not using a tripod or anything, that we would just cheat and stick it on a table for literally the entire short. So we have about 8 minutes, which is 3 minutes over time, what it was supposed to be, of Rachel Saracen, again, she's from the UK, talking about her life experiences, not actually hers, but she plays a character who's in her senior year of high school, and she takes the audience through a bunch of different kind of highlights of her life,
year.
yeah, in senior year, and then we find out at the end that she's going blind and she's making these videos so that she can kind of, in her words, remember what it was like to see. So somber ending, but it was an interesting experience to play around more with actual dialogue, because generally we skew away from doing a lot of dialogue, let alone telling literally the whole thing is dialogue.
Right.
And because we had to be mindful of the twist that she can't actually see the videos, we had to make sure that everything that she said, or even there's a part where she holds the phone up to her face, and it's more for the audience for the reveal, but she goes she tells a story about how she got her first ticket that day, and she pulls it away from her face and puts the phone down, and she reveals that she's in this inmate costume, and it's Halloween, which that reveal is much more of a visual reveal, but
Which means we just had to write in her literally explaining everything,
yeah.
which normally goes against the idea of cinema and stuff like that, show don't tell sort of thing. But I mean, in this instance, it works towards the twist at the end. Which, from talking to most people, I think that's what really hit a lot of people, was they were mostly expecting. I guess I didn't think of it because I already knew what the twist was, but it was people were expecting a different twist from it.
Yeah.
The one I heard was about their parents
Being
or something
dead.
like that. Yeah, that one apparently was a thought that crossed a lot of people's minds. I didn't even think about that, but I guess, yeah, the way that one sequence is worded, I guess you could glean that from that. But
Which is, I guess that would be a good thing, because
It's
that
good,
would mean
yeah, I
that
think
we
that's the
threw
thing.
people off
Right.
enough, while still, if you go back and watch it again, you can kind of hear her picking out all these very tiny, minute details that she's just trying to kind of file away.
there's one in there that I think is just too, just do you get it now?
Right.
But the other ones I think they're pretty good. I think they did
Yeah.
a simple, good job for.
I thought it was good that it was descriptive, because it makes sense. She's doing that for her own, purpose, her own memory. So
And we had a whole discussion around how much of that description should actually be there, because from the onset that was the original idea of the whole short, was that it's just a person describing things pretty much for the entire video, and then to try to work some kind of anecdotes or stories into those descriptions, so that they kind of mean something else for the audience the first time through. And so when we were cutting it, as usual, we went far over time. And even in pre-production, generally when that happens, we just go, well,
Let's turn it in
all right, yeah, we're
anyway.
gonna do it anyway.
yeah,
So we'll see if that results in any kind of markdown. But we had a
Definitely.
Donahue was not thrilled. I think. Yeah. I was talking to Donahue and I like kind of jokingly threw it out there. I was like,
Yeah.
she's like, how's your phone, challenge going? And I was like, well, you got a 5-minute and 10-second one. She's like, oh, 10 seconds isn't too bad. And I was, got a 6-minute and 10-second
Oh,
one.
no.
8.5 minute one. She was like, oh, you're overtime. I thought you said you were under time.
Oh, no.
She was like, the 10
Oh.
seconds is okay. It's probably just credits anyway, right? And we were like, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then you turn in a 6-minute one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Completely, yeah, just pulled the rug right out. And then we made her screen the 8-minute one.
Right,
So,
yeah.
Literally use the exact same rationalization every time this happens, where it's like, well, I guess we could cut it down. I mean, like maybe 1 minute over is not as big of a deal. It's like, and then it's like, well, if we're already over time, can we just go full overtime? I mean, like, how much trouble can we get in? Every time. This happens every
It
single
does.
time.
Which actually, have you, just from all production in general that you guys have worked on, did you guys ever have a problem with going like overtime?
Yeah, Ice marked us down. When we did like the cell phone challenge last year.
Vanilla ice?
Yes, Vanilla Ice. No, she marked us down because she was in the. We did it for like the avant-garde one, and me and Kirk were like a minute and a half over, and
How much did you mark you down by?
not much.
Enough?
Hmm.
Could teach you a
It was
lesson.
just okay.
No, because
We
we didn't
failed.
even realize.
Yeah, he
That's what
didn't pass that
happened.
class.
Failed.
No.
He's actually in it again this semester. Yeah. What about you?
No, I don't think it's ever been. I mean, I definitely like you shoot more than you need and try to have to cut it down. But I think I don't remember ever turning in something that was overtime.
Oh, you followed the rules?
Yeah,
Like a good,
yeah.
like a good student?
Wow.
All right, well, it's been nice having you, Kimmy.
Yeah,
Thanks for
bye.
coming on.
Yeah.
We're all
hide under-
rule
hide
breakers.
under the table.
We're all easy riders over here.
All right, well, Nick, it was nice
Nick,
having you
you're
on the
like the-
podcast. We'll see you later.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just, it's been, it's not even like just in editing that it's a problem.
Right.
Even just in pre-production, we plan way
Yeah.
too long out, which, I don't know.
What would your biker nickname be besides Easy Rider?
Nose to the street. Like in journalism, we're like, oh, that guy's a good journalist. He's got his nose to the street.
To the ground.
Yeah, to the ground.
Ear to the ground?
Ear to the ground, nose to the street.
Stop. Jesus.
Because I smell the rubber. Because that's what the life's about.
What? When are we gonna get your nose
Just
prop
stop
that,
it.
that just extends your?
I always
nose?
try to bring it out of you, then I immediately regret it every time. Like, hey, Nick, talk about this. And then I'm like, oh, wait, I don't want you to talk anymore.
Just wait till I'm that age where, like, you don't even have to, like, care if you let it out. Like, old people don't care what they say anymore. So, like,
very true.
when I'm in, like, nursing homes, just imagine I'll be like, hey, can we watch Nicolas Cage movies today? And they'll be like, no. I'm like, too bad, I'm watching them.
You mean our overlord, Nicolas Cage?
Oh, yeah, because that does happen in the future.
Nicolas Cage takes over the world.
Yeah.
Also, we all look like Tiger Woods, but that's a separate story.
What was that from?
It doesn't matter. It's from my reality.
Your reality? Oh.
I came from there. It's a horrible place. You don't want to do that.
He's got back issues.
That also is a problem in the future. Yeah, everyone's got back problems.
Right.
What were we talking about?
Nose to the
Rules.
street,
No,
You think?
before
Yeah.
that, completely diverged.
going over time. But I think we've covered
Oh,
that
yeah.
pretty well. Me and Noah are horrible. Everyone else actually follows the
Don't
rules.
do
so that
it.
sounds about
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So okay, Nick, when developing the idea of ramen noodles, like, did you particularly did you have an idea for what you wanted to do before that?
Kind of. I mean, it was like, it was me, Patrick, and Matt. And Matt kind of wanted to do something, and me and Patrick weren't like completely like into doing it. So we were trying to like come up with new ideas. And I was like, well, what if we order like pizza, and like the pizza's possessed or something? And then Patrick was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And he's like, but the last cell phone challenge I did was about pizza, and like the pizza delivery guy like abducts some dude. So I was like, all right. And I was like, what are some other foods we can do this for? And it was like, and we both were just kind of like, ramen. We have to make this
You
about
just
ramen.
literally open your pantry and be like, hey, I have a lot of this.
I mean, ramen's good. It's cheap. It's easy to make.
Apparently,
Apparently possesses you.
it's, yeah, possessed by an archfiend.
I kind of feel bad for you guys though, because we had to like, because on Matt's phone we could.
Feel bad for us.
We could. Yeah, because you guys didn't get to see like the bloopers, because like we had to like delete a lot of like the videos. Like we basically filmed half of it, uploaded it, so we could go edit it later, and then deleted everything because we didn't have space on Matt's phone.
Oh no.
Oh,
But like, you know when Patrick like pours the water into the pot of ramen, and then he starts stirring it, and I'm like right next to it. Well, his like when he's supposed to get mad, he would like tap the ramen,
no.
but it was like boiling water, so it just kept hitting me in the face like every take.
The boiling water.
Yeah, the boiling water. And I'm just, like,
Where you
falling
come
the-
and just,
Yeah, and I'm just like standing
that
there.
pungent smell,
The pungent aroma.
pungent aroma. Who wrote
Me and Patrick
The-
wrote it. Yep, we sat down and cranked it out in a
the
good 45 minutes.
the John Goodman line? I think gives them.
Yep. I think that was Patrick's line.
We'll put a link to all these videos so people can actually tell what we're talking about. So what you're saying is that we should have you write one of the end segments for one of these podcasts at some point,
Perhaps.
because it'll turn out just wonderfully.
Maybe you'll learn how to spell a common American name properly.
I won't.
No.
Is Ezra really a common
Gary.
American name? Oh,
Gary.
Gary. Yeah.
There's-
Gilberby.
How many R's are in there?
When was this?
That was the last podcast that you were a part of.
Oh, that was the other Nick.
Oh, that's
This
the
is
clown, yeah.
the new one, yeah.
This is Earth 2, Nick.
No, but I didn't write down the names.
No, Lizzie did.
Oh, I thought. See, I'm really bad at spelling, so okay, that joke went right over my nose.
Oh,
We're getting off that topic. Back to production, as we were talking about. Okay, so me and Noah traditionally have worked like together on most of our projects. Unfortunately, may I add, but it's happened.
Oh.
It's happened
I
continuously.
really enjoy working with him. What else is he doing?
Well, Noah, it was nice having you on the podcast. It's going to be just me now from now on. Okay. But you guys, from what I remember on your past projects, you didn't have like partners or anything on your, at least
Not for all
your
of them.
cinema, like your class projects,
Right.
right? So how was doing that? How was working with a partner? You can go first.
I think it can be harder in some sense because when you go to film, you can't hold a boom mic and film and direct and all that stuff at the same time. So I definitely think when it comes to shooting, you definitely need more than just yourself. But I don't know, I guess as far as like the production stuff, I find it easier sometimes to like just do things based on like your own schedule because sometimes it's hard to like collaborate schedules sometimes. But Rachel and I have worked on a couple of things besides just this past project, and we both talked about how like our weakness is like coming up with ideas and like writing. Like we can kind of bounce off of ideas, but there's nowhere that we can really find a good place to start. So that's I think when it's helpful to start doing group stuff is just for kind of collaborating ideas and stuff. So,
Disregard him.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty easy. Of course, it's a lot easier because we got to like pick our groups as opposed to like just getting assigned groups. I feel like that made it a little hard. That made it easier.
But they weren't assigned.
Yeah. I mean, we've always like helped. Like I was in your guys' thing.
Well, okay, you
You've
guys help
helped us.
us. Yeah,
We
no,
never
help
we don't
you.
actually help
I
you.
never will, so.
Oh, one of these days.
Yeah, one of these days we're actually going to get called in to help somebody.
One of these days when I don't live
Direct
like.
Easy Rider 2. Revenge.
Well, like that's the thing. Like I feel so bad. I'm like, hey guys, you want to help me film? Like I live like 45 minutes away.
To be fair, we did lug you up also about 45 minutes.
Yeah, but there was like a meeting.
There's 45 minutes and then 45 minutes further from that.
yeah,
Oh.
from your home.
He's a good guy.
How did we not leave you out there?
to just die in the cold.
Nick really has. He's gotten the worst of it. Like he's had to stay up super late to film, and we've like taken him out in about 14-degree weather with snow and
And freezed
really
him,
horrible
and
wind,
I did
and then
not let
whipped
him-
off his blanket that he
Oh,
had.
gosh.
Didn't let you have long sleeves.
You know, it wasn't that bad though because we had the heater. The jet
the jet
heater?
engine.
Still bad. Still really bad.
So optimistic.
I am an optimist. I like to look on the bright side of the nose.
That's the left side, right? The left side?
This side.
Left side? Well, yeah, this is the one where the light is coming in on.
It depends. Is it a full moon out? I can reflect the
You
light.
become the wear nose.
Where?
What
Next
would
cell
that
phone
even
challenge.
look like?
Just an
Really
extreme
hairy
close up of my
Yeah,
nose.
Hairier.
How hard do you think it would be to build a giant nose costume?
I don't think very hard.
That exists already, doesn't it?
Like
A
the morph.
nose costume? That's gotta
Yeah.
exist.
It's got like a morph suit, but with just you have like 2 holes here.
Quick, look this up.
You guys vamp. Production.
I think we'd have to do that and then have like
I like how there's no
tape
head.
like
and it's like
Just
green
the
screen.
I don't know
lights.
like some
Yeah.
sort of like spikes onto it to make it more
Like
intimidating.
cardboard.
Like I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah,
about
I
like
was
roll like a
Perfect.
cardboard like a paper towel roll up in the middle, like just glue it on the front.
Piercings.
So just like
Piercings
Nose
would
piercings.
be terrifying. Maybe some chains.
the wear nose. Yeah, coming out.
We really just made a Clive Barker. Like,
Some characters just really scared of his nose.
Will you please
we
walk
can
at
put Nick in this
graduation?
You can do that, right?
I can do that.
Yeah.
I think you would crawl in it. I think of anything.
Or when I get stuck, because my nose would be stuck inside a bigger nose.
And when you put it, you try to, it's like you put it on like over your head or something, it just doesn't go
Giving
on.
birth to another nose. Then it's Son of Nose is the sequel. It's like Son of Kong.
Son of the Mask.
Son of no. Yeah, that's so much better. It's way better than Son of Kong.
How was?
Did you Loki in that movie? Like the character, not the actor, Tom Hiddleston. You ever seen Son of Mask?
No.
Isn't it his mask? I thought isn't it like Loki's mask?
Yeah, but that's weird.
I try to watch
really
as
weird.
I try to watch as few Jamie Kennedy movies as I humanly can.
That movie like messed him up. Apparently, like it had a really horrible effect on his life.
Jimmy Kennedy?
Yes.
Or The Mask.
That too. He just carries it around sometimes and like, stop talking to me.
How did you guys do your
Oh my
dialogue?
god, that's awesome.
It's been on the screen. Did you not notice that?
Well, it's gone.
Nick was looking at it.
Yeah.
I can walk around in this thing.
Yeah, it's perfect. You can chroma key the links up.
And what do you think it comes with the green screen?
Yeah.
The chroma
tights.
tights? Yeah.
Don't worry, I got my own green tights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or is it supposed to be like?
You're wearing them right
slide?
now, in fact.
I am. Can never be too careful.
I'm just confused
That's enough of
how you
the-
get in it.
It's got to be like a
The zip up in the
yeah, on
back, yeah.
Do you think you need help to get into that?
Oh,
You're like, here, hold my nose.
And then there's no taking it off.
And then they just leave you
Ever.
You
there.
see Goosebumps, the masks? It's just like that. No? Damn. I'm really bad with the references this time.
Hey guys, have you seen this one movie?
Do you think if you get knocked over in that, you can get back up on your own?
No.
No.
It's called
You don't
Ice
have arms.
Spiders.
You can't even get through a door.
The doors get through you.
What were you gonna ask, Nick?
Oh, I was wondering, like, how did you guys do with like the sound?
Oh,
'Cause,
for
like,
the cell phone one?
Yeah, because I know like you normally boom mics and you can like get direct sound, and I know for you guys like it was. I figured it would be pretty easy for like you and Zach, because like
Because we
Rachel's
cheated
just
and had-
standing right
didn't do
there.
anything. Yeah.
We're
But,
really
like-
lazy.
Because I was surprised at how like crisp our voices sounded in our movie. Because like some other ones that were shown had some really like uneven sound.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you
Can't really do much about
I
that.
feel like other ones that I saw, like, it just depended because they probably, like, I guess varied between, like, longer shots and close-ups. So you can't really, like, do a lot with the sound because, you know, your mic's on the cell phone. But ours were pretty much all the same kind of, I guess, distance from Rachel. So it was pretty even. I was surprised, too, the sound quality was decent. There was a little bit of, like, room tone or whatever, but it wasn't too bad, so.
Yeah, and yours, and you had the benefit of also like we also did, but
Yeah.
of shooting in a place that you could like actually control.
Right.
Because you shot at your work, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and there weren't any customers coming in. I would assume.
Right.
So you had a nice way to control the
Yeah.
We didn't
environment.
shoot outside. That was a troubling thing.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea.
I think it was probably really windy, whatever weekend people shot, too. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
On that note, you can't do anything about that either. I mean, there was some
Well, you
mics that I
could.
guess you could run out.
yeah, they
Yeah.
that interested me too, because there are ways to get around that. Even, I mean, it's a lot more work, but like even if you shot, like if you're doing dialogue or something like that, and you're far away, yeah, you can record it from far away, but you
Mhm.
could also just record it closer and then lift that audio
Sure.
and stick it in there.
Yeah,
Which I
but
mean, but only
That
people
usually
with
looks
programs.
bad.
Yeah.
It usually looks terrible.
Well, not if you're rear or back and forth, like a normal. If
It's
you're cutting
something you
normal
can get away
dialogue.
with for like a few seconds, but if it lasts too long, like most people were doing, most people weren't like cutting back and forth. It would have been like,
Well, no, I was saying you'd have to cut it differently, but like there are ways to get around the being really far
Bad,
away
yeah.
from your subject
I
and
s-
trying to record
yeah.
that.
But still, even if it's the entire thing, I mean, usually that's used if there's like a couple troubling lines or something like that, not the whole scene or something like that. I guess there's ways around it. I don't know.
Because
if
I know
everyone
we did that for like
You
the
lifted
the
audio.
demon ramen for that voice. We just like
Talk about that a little bit. So okay, so in your project, you did some Foley work in some VO work, and you made
Yes.
demon ramen noises. Actually, can you give us?
Yeah, I
can
was
you
just gonna say,
give us
can
a-
you give us a few
Yeah.
Little
excerpts
sample?
from
Do you,
there?
do you? I know it sounds different in the movie because like they're really
some
high
effects or
pitched.
something? Yeah.
But do you want like the gross noises or do you want like the lines of dialogue?
I think a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. All
Can
right.
you like turn away and like then come?
All right. So some of the voices I was making was. Oh, oh, oh. And then some of the lines of dialogue we had were oh god, what was the line? Oh, it was me nipples! You sliced me nipples! When one of the characters is stabbing the ramen.
Did you say that it was higher pitched too?
Well, I did a high pitch, and then they
Oh.
turned it up even more. Well, Matt did, not they. Matt.
Them. And okay, so did you record that on a phone too, or was that on something else?
We did it originally on the phone, and then we just did it in the
The
lab over there.
Oh, like just on a Mac? You
the
just-
Lord.
Yeah.
Nice.
Interesting. Like I was wondering, like I just wanted to know if you hid in the closet, basically, and just were making those noises, and then someone walked by.
I'm gonna get you.
Oh.
That would terrify me if I was just by myself. And then my favorite part of it is just like the build up, just the oh.
I love the when the noodles like become possessed because it's just so quick. Because like Patrick just like says his line, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, nothing happened," and then it just cuts to the ramen. It's just shaking.
And it's in like it's like a little.
It's in
It
a
completely
saucepan.
switches as opposed from like a giant pot. It's like into a server pan. It's like
Oh no, we used the same saucepan the whole time. Yeah.
from the one you were pouring everything into.
Yeah.
They took good care of their continuity, Noah.
Except for the one shot where there's actually the scripts in the corner that you can see.
I mean, that's just unavoidable most of the time. It's got to happen in every short, right? At least once.
The
Camera
script is
equipment.
there.
We had Aaron's foot in one of them, which we didn't realize until like the fourth export of that project.
Yeah, it's
was-
kind of
yeah.
it's there for like a second or two.
Yeah.
My foot's in the California Jones one, the laser sequence or tripwire, whatever it's
Were,
supposed to be.
were you the other person who was holding that wire?
Yeah,
'Cause it-
my shoes.
I know, I
in
was
there.
one of them too. Yeah,
Nice.
my knee is in it and Noah's shoe is in it. Don't look too
Nice.
carefully. But
We
they're
made
there.
that in 20.
Yeah, that one has an excuse.
Not 22.
That one's not overtime either. We got disqualified from many
challenge.
awards. Yeah.
Yeah, and
You guys
this
still
one-
ended up winning something, right?
We did, and we ended up screening at Meadowbrook, so I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
how that happened.
So I don't know. So this cell phone one though, apparently there's a winner to this one too. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Wasn't
is?
there supposed to be a winner for one last year, and that kind of like?
Yeah, and it
Well,
got screened
that's
at the
strange.
showcase. It was the guy who bought like the cheese puffs or whatever, and he didn't get his discount,
That one?
and called on the
Calls on
phone,
the
and like
phone.
as he's doing it, they have like
The American flag.
like an opaque American flag coming in the background, and they're just like, okay, fine, whatever.
Here's your discount.
Yeah, I remember seeing that at that, and then at the showcase. So I think there is a winner for it, but
I
I
heard,
completely forgot about.
I thought they picked like 2 or 3 and like sent them to Mark Duplass, and that was like, oh, you win.
Oh, maybe that's what you meant by send it along.
Yeah.
That makes sense now.
Well, I was
when,
gonna say, are we disqualified again? We didn't follow the rules again.
Oh, probably. I would assume. Not even our cut that we turned in for grading is on time.
Uh,
We turned in the 6-minute one. We didn't even turn in the 5-minute one. Yeah.
so what did you have to cut out?
Most of the sequences.
Most of it. Yeah. For the
Just like less
Like
stories.
some of the huge, like the dance one, I think is gone
completely. yeah.
completely, which is kind of a good thing. The zoo one
Oh, I like that one.
is
Yeah,
gone.
well, it depends which version you're talking about.
The
I mean,
the five one has like, I think what 4.
Yeah, the
sections
5-minute
in it?
one has her opening one, her talking about the movie theater, but not the marquee being out and the actual connection to that whole thing with the guy being like, I wonder if Hoodie Guy noticed. That's gone. The entirety of the Halloween one is gone. The Christmas one is there. F.U. Mrs. Gross is gone. And the dance one is yes, and the
So, just like
one.
progresses
So it's
faster.
basically like the most important. It's like the beginning one,
Yeah.
the second one, Christmas, and then the final
end.
one. It's like,
Mhm.
wow, like that's a ton of. And then The sixth one I'm actually kind of okay with because it has all those in there, and then it has a bit of the Halloween one in there. It has a bit of the zoo one in there.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell because they
And
cut
the dance
really
one they got.
abruptly.
I liked the zoo one though because she talked about like the perspective of a giraffe and everything. Did you like have that part in the 6-minute one? Or did you
I
cut
don't
it
think
before?
it
No,
made it
it's
that
gone,
far.
yeah.
Yeah, that's like at the end of it. And that was the problem with it too, because like the ones that are, because the stories start with just like, oh hey, listen to this, and then as they go on, they're like, oh, there's some importance to this that you can draw from. We cut the important part out of most of them.
All
Just
the-
sort of
all the
like,
hints? Yeah,
oh,
they're
I
there.
got a ticket. Oh, I'm gonna get you.
Oh, speeding.
Stupid cop.
But yeah, so it's hard to go back to those. Like the 6-minute one, at least was like, okay, I'd like to turn this in, but yeah, I'm really glad they let us screen the 8-minute one
Right.
for both classes actually. So
Yeah, we got away with The problem is they keep letting us do it.
Right.
They don't say no, so, you know.
That's true.
don't give them ideas. Maybe we should dock them points for not listening to us.
Straight up ignoring
Maybe we
the
should
rules.
stop pointing out the absurdity.
That's actually not even their rules. Those are Mark's rules.
Oh.
So that means it's definitely not getting
And
sent
therefore
along to
they
him.
take his rules and apply it to the project, which it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, as far as sending it to him to get judged.
Not having
Yeah,
it.
but
That's
which one are
literally
you
the
more?
second
Yeah, which
rule
one do you
that
care
applies.
more about though?
I mean, I don't really care.
About either of them? You don't care if it's a good grade or not?
I got an 80. I'm passing. It's fine.
Did you?
I mean, obviously, a good grade would in the class. I have at least an 80 in the class. Yeah. So I wouldn't fail, is what I'm saying. I'd like to, but I won't. So, yeah. No, I mean, it'd be great if it would be at the showcase. I mean, I think honestly, like, just the way your production values on yours and just how clean all of your cuts are all the way around, like it shows that you know what you're doing, as opposed to people.
Well, I haven't taken a production
Yeah,
class.
exactly.
Not gonna get to you.
It's helpful.
I was gonna say, both of yours could actually end up in the showcase, I think, because Nick's is just so far on the other end, and it's massively entertaining, to a point where you can tell, like, that it's just,
It's
you know,
trash.
purposely over the top. Yeah.
Like
you're-
we
yeah.
we like jump into like a dumpster and just swim around for like 5 minutes,
That's how
and
you
then we
know
just
if
stay
you're-
We
in
good?
there.
We're good. I'm going back. It's just there's never enough for you.
There really isn't.
I don't know. Yeah, I wonder what the.
I wonder what the criteria would be for that. Yeah.
Because I think it's just some of them, the ones that you can tell people put a lot of time into, and some you can tell people just put like, hey, let's go shoot this in my lounge room of our dorm.
Yeah.
So,
That's one thing when Rachel and I were brainstorming, we were like, we're not shooting this on campus. Like, we do not want to dorm one. But,
Not
I mean,
in the
people.
library.
Yeah, the
Yeah, in
library.
the library.
I feel like if you have a really good idea, you can get away with it. But, I don't know. It's just been overdone.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially for the audience that you're playing to,
Yeah.
is where
You're just
everybody
gonna
knows.
recognize it,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly where you are.
Fourth
So.
floor.
Yeah. Well, we're getting close to our time. We still have some stuff to get to, but kind of closing thoughts on the phone challenge. Did you guys like take anything substantial away from this at all, or do you have any kind of highlights of working on it or anything like that? Nick, we'll start.
Don't eat ramen.
Don't eat ramen.
Ever.
Don't eat ramen.
Ever.
Ah,
What about spicy Korean noodles?
Spicy Korean
That are also
What about
Those
cup,
are-
like ramen.
cup of noodle?
What kind?
No, not cup of noodle. That's even worse.
The necro ramen thing. What kind of ramen was that?
I don't know. We had, of course, like the you know the cheap ramen. I don't know. The only
Is
type of
it
ramen.
the
I
brand
The
name
ramen.
ramen?
The ramen. I don't know what is it called. Like merchan something. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Easy Rider. Oh.
With the ramen. But no, Patrick went down to like an actual specialty like Asian food store
Oh my
and got
God.
Where all
ramen.
the necro ramen comes from.
The ramen we cooked wasn't that ramen. We just cooked the cheap ramen, and then he went and had the good ramen later on, and he said it was really good. So
Why wouldn't he
Good
share?
ramen.
Was he actually afraid of witchcraft?
I think he was. I would be. I don't read books now because of the Evil Dead.
That explains so much.
So he just took like 10 minutes to think of an adjective earlier.
I was thinking of a really salty one, okay? And I had
Even
used
there,
it
you
twice.
struggled for one and used the exact same one.
I pick my words with eloquence and determination and purpose.
Closesdictionary.com.
Hold on.
Meaning.
What about you, Noah?
Palindrome.
Any solid takeaways?
It's fun. I think it's the same.
That's fun.
The same thing as the 24-hour one, and I think you said it. I don't know if you said it in this one or not, but like the idea that you lose everything that helps you kind of make it. That would kind of push you further in one direction. Like it's like, okay, we have a fancy camera, we have these big adjustable zoom lenses and things like that, and we can record for this long and stuff like that. The fact that they just knock you so far down, which is why I'm kind of glad we didn't use any of their equipment or anything like that, and just used the phone, is really brings it back to basics because it makes us just take something simple that's literally someone sitting there and talking to you like this and try to make a story out of that. I think that's always good. That's, I think, when the most creativity comes by is when you just have to fight for the simplest things like that. So
Yeah, when you have limitations, that's generally where you have to be creative. If you have all the options open to you, then usually you kind of lose your way. Or at least I
Right.
find that, like, as soon as we're like, okay, what do we want to do? It's like, well, we could do anything.
Right.
So
yeah,
we
it's
got to
just-
start
yeah.
narrowing down somewhere. Yeah.
It's just there's a charm to that too. Especially that's why I really love just the ridiculousness of that because it's just like, what do we got? We got ramen. Okay, let's find a way to implement this as much as possible.
How long do you think I can milk from the Sam Raimi gravy train?
You
Well,
have
I
to stop?
think there's you could. I think there's a bottomless well.
He's
really.
actually right outside.
He literally has a stack of documents just ready to sue me.
He's just gonna come over and just drop them on you and then leave and not even say
Do you even think
anything.
that Sam Raimi would be mad though? I feel like he's like the kind of guy who's just like, nah, that's funny.
He made Spider-Man.
I don't think he would
3.
remember. He'd be like, "What's Evil Dead?" He did Army of Darkness too, right? He did all of them. Okay. For some reason, thought he didn't do that one. Okay. Off topic.
Yeah. What about you, Kenny?
I don't know. I feel like it'd be interesting for them to like do the opposite, like drop a red in our laps and just be
Oh,
like,
no.
now what can you do? I don't know. I think that'd be kind
A
of cool.
broken red. That's what would happen.
Yeah, yeah.
You got cracked lens right in
Fix
the middle.
it
Yeah.
and then yeah. No, it was really good. Like we talked about, like kind of going back to the basics. I kind of wish that I didn't take a tripod. You know, I mean, because like we did a couple of handheld shots, and definitely the tripod ones looked better. But I definitely think, yeah, no equipment would have forced us to be a little more creative. But I think it was a good challenge. Simple, but
Well, I think
A challenge.
the most honestly the most remarkable part of like the entire challenge is because you're so far back to basics. It really does force you to just double down on like what your story is like going to be, and really focus on developing that because that pretty much is your only strength that you have going into this challenge, or you know it's the only one that you can really take advantage of.
right.
So I think in that way, in forcing us to like put forward our best story efforts with what we have.
Yeah.
I think that was
It's
definitely
just-
the most
it's the way we
important part for
geared
me.
ourselves was to literally just telling a story. We weren't worried about really anything else besides, I guess, maybe set design.
background, yeah, a
kind
little
of.
bit.
That was, took like a total of like 10 minutes of thought. But yeah, it was good.
What did
It's
you
definitely-
guys What did you guys shoot in on your phone? Like, did you like up the quality, or did you just keep it at 1080?
Nope.
Just use the
It was
camera.
it was
Was it front or back?
it was the front. Yeah, it's the front camera
Nice.
facing us,
Nice.
which actually surprisingly looks a little better than
Really?
and I don't know why.
I think we were talking about the one that's okay. When we're talking about this is the which one's the front one?
The front one's the one
Like
that
the
was always facing
FaceTime.
you,
This is the
right?
front
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
and this is the back one. The back one is more advanced, I
Yeah.
think is what we came down to. And the settings on it that kind of just makes it do its own thing a lot of the time,
Right.
which is kind of actually a problem a lot of the times, I think, with some people. The fact that it just doesn't have any of that to mess with is why like a lot of our shots just keep, they are always kind of like on the same plane. They look really consistent.
Yeah.
And we didn't focus on that much at all. We were just like,
Right.
let it happen as it happens. So.
We upped it to 4K on the iPhone 7, and it
Ooh.
it looked really
That's
good.
why your video looks so much better than ours.
But
That's why the giraffe looked so real.
Right? But yeah, you like have to deal with like autofocus and auto, brightness. It like adjusts it for you, and you're like, stop. So, yeah.
You know, I mean,
That's
I
why
know
Filmic Pro
yeah,
sounded
there's programs
really
like Filmic Pro and stuff like that
enticing.
where it's
Right.
$5, but you can control everything.
Right.
But at that point, I still feel like that kind of breaks the idea of like the
Yeah.
challenge, or at least what they were going for, more or less, of just being so basic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nick, did you have any actual thoughts besides more ramen, or
Oh no, it was just a lot of fun.
You look like you started to say something, so let me make sure that we got
Oh.
back to you. But
No, it was fun. It's always fun. I always find it fun just to like film something dumb on your phone for like 5 minutes, even though you guys did serious stuff.
Mine was not serious.
drafts,
Okay.
yeah,
Same day delivery. That's what he said.
it's impressive. I like you. Did you just like build that picture really quick? To
Yep,
pull
we
up on
found a
the screen?
picture, dropped it in a PicMonkey.
No.
Same day delivery.
It's impressive. All right, phone challenge, good stuff, exciting. We'll have links to all of them, so you guys can check that out. So at the beginning of this podcast, we took 8 minutes to get some clever words from Nick. So Noah, pass that down. Inspired by Mad Lib Theater on Jimmy Fallon, but putting a little twist on it. In that
Stolen.
the,
I think it's
the,
the right word.
Oh,
Riff
this is me?
in the words
It
of
is
JJ.
you.
Oh.
The actual performers don't get to choose the words that they're saying.
Oh.
So that's our twist on that. So we're not stealing. It's
So like the kid version?
adaptation
Yeah, okay.
of that.
It's not the same.
So I believe I believe you can see who you are. Noah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Noah plays Noah, and Cammy plays persons 1 and 2.
Oh my God,
For some
really?
reason,
It's the same person.
Who
Yeah.
wrote this?
take a guess. I think
That's core.
something to know before we start is there's a back page to the first page, right?
Yes.
There's a back to the first page.
Is it in order?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Her action lines are
All right.
on the
So
left.
I don't believe that
She
there's
doesn't
any
know how to
scene
write a
setting that
script.
needs to be done. I think we just get right into this.
Easy writer does.
Were there any accents or
Easy
anything
writer
that they
in
needed to do?
I feel like Noah needs to have an English or a British accent first.
That's exactly what
Should
I
we
was
add-
going for.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Give us suggestions.
Do it in Sean.
I can't do accents. but-
Sure.
I think Cammy can take the
like-
character in whatever direction she sees fit. All right. So Nick, these are Nick's words. I've had nothing to do with it. I just wrote them down.
Wait, Cammy should be a gangster.
Oh man.
What's that even?
Or like a thug.
So, dude.
Thug.
Probably.
Can I get like a sample of the voice?
You need to do a thug voice.
Hey, what's going on?
No, so,
I knew exactly what you were
I sell drugs.
I'll try
I'm
my
a
best.
miscreant.
Like a tough that, like.
Don't eat watermelon.
Oh, okay.
Take it
bad
where you
for
like
you.
it, Cammy.
I
Based
just
on
eat
where
the
story goes,
seeds.
Yeah,
You can change.
my accent may
accordingly.
change.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. So here we go.
There's no title or anything.
I don't think there's any scene setting.
Noah
I
is the
think
title.
they just begin.
It's titled Noah. Okay.
Cheerio! What a beautiful lapel you have on. I don't know.
Thanks. Really, really love this lapel.
What are you doing on this salty day?
I've been at the Acapulco, but now we have a very important mission, Noah. We must go.
How do you know my name?
We must go to the inside of Nick Cage's left ear and steal anchovies.
Why would we steal anchovies from inside of Nicolas Cage's left ear? I feel like this wasn't formatted properly.
Wait, why are you a gangster now?
Stop asking questions, person two.
Because anchovies is a secret ingredient in my prized hot sauce.
Well, in that case, I must go at once and find the anchovies.
I'm coming with you.
Yeah, we go to the place. Do I kick a door down?
They arrive at the place.
Okay, we are here at inside of Nicolas Cage's left ear. Now, where is the anchovies located?
I lied to you. The real reason we are here is to what? Hard slap Lizzie. Hard.
Hard. Wait! Exclamation mark! I didn't agree to that. Okay, I'm going to leave now. Have a sweaty day.
You can't leave now, you know way too much. Now grab a bowling pin and help me nipple twist this chick. or, I
Nice
will,
dude.
or I will shoot you with this butter knife.
Whoa! Cammy. Wow! You wouldn't really do that, would you?
Nah, this is a fake butter knife. I'm just fooling around. Let's go get the delicious anchovies.
Okay. Okay, Easy Rider, but never do that again.
Roger that. follow me around this corner to the room, and we'll get the sweet anchovies.
Is this what we were looking for?
No, you Rachel.
Oh.
That is a couscous. We are looking for couscous. Excuse me. We are looking for an anchovy.
This is clearly anchovies. What are you talking about?
Shut up! Just shut G. Willikers up, or I will shoot you with this butter knife.
Wait, you said that butter knife was fake. I'm still holding this, by the way.
I lied again. This is a very, very real butter knife, and I will harsh stare you with it.
Well, I have a surprise for you, too. This couscous is really a blue footer
A blue-footed booby.
in disguise.
Still you.
In disguise, and I've been trying to pinch in the nose you this entire time. My real name is Paulo Roman, and I'm an undercover cop for the Dell of Bismarck, and you are surrounded. That was terrible. I'm sorry.
Who are you? My hot sauce is ruined. Curse you, Paulo Roman.
And scene.
That's it?
You wanted to keep going?
Thank you, Lizzie. That was beautiful.
That's
Yeah, good job.
honor roll Mad Lib Theater. We're gonna find a better name for all these because right now they're just rip-offs of the other names. Thank you, everyone, for
You picked
watching
like
this
the
episode
worst
of
two
Honor
words
Roll.
to fit in here. A butter knife, anchovies.
I would have picked better words if I could have read the script.
It really
in
went
advance.
exactly as I'd hoped. The benefit of you
good.
not being able to choose what you're going to say,
Right.
it's just the idea that you have absolutely no control.
No, he just should have done better, is what I'm
I'm
saying.
sorry for hard slapping you.
Hard slap. Jersey. I
I feel like I'm just driving a spaceship right now.
Hard, yeah.
Huh?
Jersey.
It's like,
Jersey people.
You just think
It's
of
a
the master
spaceship.
now. He's still driving.
all hail Joaquin.
Still driving. We should probably end the episode before we
Thank you,
start going
everybody,
on
for watching this
tirades
episode of
about-
Honor Roll. Make sure to
nothing
come
else.
back in 2 weeks for the next one, and we'll see you then. Thank you, Cami, for coming on.
No problem.
Thanks,
Goodbye.
Nick.